Welcome back to the channel, it's 9, and today we are going to be talking about GamesCom Opening Night Live that is coming up soon, and what the expectations are, at least on my side of things, and what I believe our expectations should be as a whole when it comes to PlayStation's presence overall. Now, I know it's been a while since we've talked, and it's because there hasn't really been anything to talk about, but today we finally got a little bit of something to discuss, and we're going to get into it. Now, before we jump into that, if you could do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, share the video, helps the channel a ton. Now let's jump into this Gamescom discussion. So this entire event is going to take place on the 23rd of August. Jeff Keighley is going to be hosting it. There are going to be more than 30 games on the stage, and it's going to be a 2-hour live show. And so there are going to be a lot of titles, but what does that mean for PlayStation-centric titles, right? Because that's kind of what we cover here. So we're more interested in what could be coming to the PlayStation platforms. Now, I think first and foremost, we kind of got to take a look at last year, because last year we got a little bit of something, right? We got a little bit of something from PlayStation at Opening Night Live. Was it a lot? Not really. We had Horizon Forbidden West, which got the delay, but they also let us know about the Horizon Zero Dawn update that gave it 60 FPS on PS5. So there was some good news. There was technically some PlayStation news that came from that as well. We also got Death Stranding Director's Cut and all the new stuff that came with it. And this, while it's not technically a first-party studio, it is an IP owned by PlayStation. Therefore, I will definitely throw it in as a PlayStation-centric game announcement that did show up at Opening Night Live on last year's show. So when it comes to this year's show, we don't really have any true signs that we're going to see anything from Sony. There is no big notice that's been put out that says PlayStation or Sony is going to make a presence at Gamescom, but we do know that the relationship between PlayStation and Jeff Keighley is quite strong, so we could see something there, but it's not guaranteed. It's not a given. We can't even say that there's going to be even a little bit of info there, and the biggest reason is because September is coming up, and September is assumed to be the month where we get that PlayStation Showcase. Again, there is no confirmation here that we're going to get a PlayStation Showcase in September, but based on the last 2 years, people have come together and pretty much said that that's got to be when it's going to be done. So PlayStation could be doing a showcase in September, and because it's so close, I think that might stop them from doing anything major at Gamescom. Mind you, I don't recall them ever doing anything major at Gamescom to begin with, so I don't think it's going to be, that event where they would show something huge anyway. So kind of the short answer is no, I don't believe Gamescom will have anything notable from PlayStation at the show. But the long answer is that I believe that it's not impossible, because Jeff Keighley's connection with PlayStation, as well as having announcements and trailers that he's revealed at the Summer Games Fest and also at his Game Awards show. So again, it's not impossible, but what I'm saying is very unlikely that we get anything major. Maybe something small, but nothing major, because the PlayStation Showcase we believe to be coming is going to be in September. Again, no confirmation there, but based on everything we know, based on history of the last 2 years, we've kind of surmised that yes, September is going to be PlayStation Showcase month. And to kind of wrap this up, I would say this, that while we may not get any PlayStation like official exclusives or anything like that, or first-party games there, I do think that we could see some very interesting third-party games there. I do think that that's going to be a stage where many publishers are going to want to show off their games. I don't think we're going to get the Final Fantasy remake game or 16. I don't think there's going to be any titles that are heavily associated with the PS5 and with PlayStation, especially if they've got an exclusivity deal. And by that, I mean like it's going to be exclusive, not like Call of Duty. I could see a Call of Duty showing up at really any event at this point. They could make like 10 trailers and show it at multiple different gaming events. It wouldn't be a problem, because it's Call of Duty, right? Like that's one of the biggest games out there right now, whether you like it or not. And it's going to have a presence at pretty much any show that they want to put it at, and I think any host or anyone responsible for their conference is going to take a Call of Duty trailer. They just are, because of the popularity of the franchise. But yeah, I think there's a lot to be excited about. I'm going to be watching it myself. I don't know if I'll live stream it, just because I definitely don't think this is going to be that interesting that it's worth, spending 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or however long it's going to be live streaming it. The last one I live streamed, I regretted it because it was okay at best, but it's just one of those things where if I'm going to live stream a conference or some sort of event, I want it to be one that I'm pretty confident about and one that I think is going to get a lot of traction. So we'll see what happens. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. I'd actually love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of Gamescom 2022 Opening Night Live? Are you going to be watching? What do you expect to be there? Do you think we're going to see any PlayStation games? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. And I will talk to you guys all on the next one. Take care.